Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. I am Ellen V. Hermata together with Dimple Salo, and we are the discussion for the topic of magnifier, telescope, and microscope. Magnifier, telescope, and microscope are all optical instruments that utilize lenses or mirror to manipulate light for different purposes. While they share similarities in terms of their basic optical principles, they serve distinct functions and are designed for specific applications. So, telescope, microscope, and magnifier there lies in their shared purpose of manipulating light to enhance visibility to provide data observations, but they are designed for different applications and skills of observation. Magnifier, telescope, and microscope share foundational principles of optics. Their distinct design and applications cater to different needs and skills of observation, and ranging from close-up to long-distance astronomical observations and microscopic studies. The first topic that we need to discuss is all about magnifiers. Roger Bacon was the inventor of the magnifying glass. He invented it while working at the University of Oxford as a scientific investigator. So what is magnifier? Magnifier is a device or tool that is designed to enlarge the appearance of objects or text, making them easier to see and read. And magnifiers are commonly used by people with visual impairments or those who need assistance in viewing fine data. So, magnifier is a device that we need to use to see the small particles para yung mga bagay na mahirap nang makita. So, ginagamitan natin ng magnifier to zoom in or to enlarge the object or text para makita natin ng maayos. So there are 5 types of magnifiers. The first that we need to discuss the type of magnifiers is the handheld magnifiers. These are small, portable devices that can be held in the hand and move over the object or text. So these types of magnifier is portable siya or madali siyang dalhin kasi maliit siya na types of magnifiers. So the second types of magnifiers is stand magnifiers. These are magnifiers that are placed on a stand or base, allowing the user to position the magnifier over the material they want to view. So, from the word itself, stand. So, these types of magnifiers, meron siyang stand. So, magagamit natin siya ng kung yung mag-isa ka lang kasi hindi na kailangan ng kasama para humawak sa magnifier para magamit mo siya. So, the next magnifier is pocket magnifier. These are compact magnifier that can be easily carried in a pocket or purse on the go use. So, these types of magnifier is mas maliit yung pocket magnifier kasi natin siyang madala and malagay sa our video magnifiers. This device use cameras and displays to magnify and display text or objects on a screen. So, these types of magnifiers, pwede natin siya install sa ating mga devices just like in our cell phone or tablets para to magnify some text or fonts na sobrang liit, then to enlarge it. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng electronic magnifiers. So, the last magnifiers is reading glasses with magnification. Some individuals use glasses with built-in magnification to help with reading and close-up tasks. So, these types of magnifier is sinusuot natin or nasa glass natin ini-install or pinapalagyan natin ng reading glasses to see or to para makita natin yung mga maliliit na text sa libro. So, these types of magnifiers is nandito na sa glasses natin or sinusuot na natin. The next topic that we need to discuss is telescope. A telescope is an optical instrument that gathers and magnifies light to observe distant objects such as celestial bodies like stars, planets, and galaxies. Telescope had been fundamental tools in astronomy for centuries, allowing astronomers to explore the cosmos and study objects beyond the capabilities of the naked eye. There are 2 types of telescope. The first types of telescope is refracting telescopes or refractor. Refracting telescope use lenses to bend and focus light. The primary optical components include an objective lens, which is the lens at the front of the telescope, and the eyepiece, which is the lens or the lenses near back that you look through. And the objective lens gather and focuses light while the eyepiece magnifies the image. So, refracting telescope is paganyan lang yung style niya. Para siyang stick, then yung light from the outside na nahihit sa telescope is direct siya sa eyepiece, siya yung nagmamagnify sa image ng object. Then, the iconic design of a refracting telescope is characterized by a long, narrow tube. So, pag ganyan lang siya, para lang siyang tube, para yung light from the outside na hihit sa telescope is direct siya sa eyepiece in one direction. So, the next types of telescope is the reflecting telescopes or reflector. Reflecting telescope use mirrors to gather. The primary components include a curved primary mirrors and secondary mirror. The primary mirror reflects to the secondary, which directs it to an eyepiece or camera. And reflector often shorter and more compact design compared to refractor. So, yung reflecting telescope is yung form niya is para siyang tube, pero yung eyepiece nasa ibabaw. So, kaya siya tinatawag na reflecting telescope kasi may reflector siya sa loob, then yung eyepiece is nasa ibabaw. Ang purpose of that reflector is yung light from the outside is nahihit sa telescope, nahihit siya sa reflector para yung light is marireflect siya pa taas, which is yung eyepiece nandoon. So, para yung light na yung light from the outside, makikita siya sa eyepiece, which is nasa ibabaw. So, those are the two types of the telescope. So, the true inventor of the first telescope is somewhat difficult to nail down. However, the first person to apply for a patent on the telescope was Hans Lafferty, a lens maker in the Netherlands in 1608. The first astronomical use of the telescope is easier. After learning of the new devices, the great Italian scientist Galileo Galilei designed and built his own. He turned his finished telescope toward Jupiter, the Moon, and the Venus in 1609 and 1610. Telescope come in a various size and configurations, from small, portable ones for amateurs astronomer to large, sophisticated instruments used in professional observatories. They can use for a wide range of observation, including planetary studies, deep sky observations, and astrophotography. Telescopes have played a crucial role in advancing our understanding of the universe, enabling to astronomers to make groundbreaking discoveries and expand our knowledge of the cosmos. So, telescope, ginagamit natin yung telescope to enlarge those objects na nasa planet natin, like yung Moon, Jupiter, yung mga types of planet or yung stars natin, para mas makikita natin siya ng maayos. The last topic that we need to discuss is all about microscope. So, what is microscope? A microscope is an optical instrument that is used for observing objects that are too small to be seen in naked eye. Microscopes utilize lenses and light to magnify and resolve fine details of specimens, making it possible to study structures at the microscopic level. Microscopy is a crucial tool in various scientific fields, including biology, medicine, chemistry, and material science. So, the inventors of microscope is Hans and Zacharias Janssen in 1590. So, two Dutch spectacle makers and father and son team Hans and Zacharias Janssen create the microscope in 1967. Robert Hooke's famous Micrographia is published, which outlines Hooke's various studies using the microscope. So there are three types of microscope. First is the optical microscope or light microscope. So this is the most common type of microscope. It is used to visible light and lenses to magnify specimen. Optical microscope include compound microscope, which have multiple lenses and are used for observing thin sections of specimen, and stereo microscope, which provide three-dimensional view of larger specimen. The next type of microscope is the electron microscope. Electron microscope use a beam of electron instead of visible light to achieve much higher magnification and resolution than optical microscope. So there are two main types of electron microscope. The TIM and SIM microscope, or the transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. So transmission electron microscope transmit electron through a thin specimen to create detailed internal images, while SIM microscope scan a focused beam of electrons over the surface of a specimen to create three-dimensional images. So the last types of microscope is scanning tunneling microscope, or STM, and atomic force microscope, or AFM. These are types of scanning probe microscope that use physical probes to scan the surface of a specimen at the atomic level.
For the continuation of the topic, I will be the one to discuss the comparison between magnifier, telescope, and microscope. Now, magnifying glasses are simple optical devices used for viewing details of objects with some magnification. They are sometimes regarded as being the same as loupes. When we say loupe, it is a small magnifying device used to examine small details or objects up close. It typically consists of a small lens mounted in a frame that can be held or worn. Loupes are commonly used in various fields such as jewelry making, watchmaking, photography, and medicine. They help to enhance visibility and provide a clearer view of intricate details. Precisely, speaking, a loupe is used in a close distance from the eye, while magnifying glasses or hand lenses are held at a larger distance. So next is telescope. It's a tool that astronomers use to see faraway objects. Most telescopes and all large telescopes work by using curved mirrors to gather and focus light from the night sky. A microscope is an instrument and can be used to observe small objects, even cells. The image of an object is magnified through at least one lens in the microscope. This lens bends light toward the eye and makes an object appear larger than it actually is.